Hey, hey, welcome to Grace and Fire. My name is Glenda, and we are trying something new tonight. So just bear with us. We are going to restream. We're playing with it. I would like to be able to stream out to different channels. And once upon a time, many, months, I should say, ago, I had Restream and I let it go. And I thought, I'm going to pull this thing back out. I'm going to get a subscription. And it's a little cheaper than the other one. I won't say which one, but the other one. And so bear with me tonight. I'm trying to remember all the functions of Restream. So I am really excited to have each and every single one of you guys in here tonight. And I'm going to see who's in the house first up. And first in was Troy Sutton. He said, "Hey there, sis. Hey, Troy, I hope you're feeling good. I'm just so glad that you're here. And thank you so much for joining in." And then, we have Miss Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca, I still haven't gotten your box mailed out. Let me show you. It's sitting right here. So it's not laundry soap, but it's full of yarn. So I will be getting that out to you at the beginning of the week. And so be looking for it, because I thought maybe you could use some extra yarn to make some of your most beautiful hats and scarves and things that you make and you bless this community with. So that's coming to you. And then next in the house, we had my Talk About It Tuesday co-host. It's Karma. Hey, Karma, I'm so glad you're here. I just started joining Karma for her. It's actually on her channel as a co-host for Talk About It Tuesday. And we just have fun talking about all kinds of topics. And last week we had Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead, whatever. And we were rocking our whatever hats that we both were blessed with. So if you've not seen that, go back to Karma, her channel with Blues Acre Farm, Karma, and catch it on the replay. So thank you so much for being in, Karma. And then let's see here. Next in, we had Wendy from Hardknack Farm. She said, "I won't be able to stay long, but I will leave it running." Oh, girl, thank you so much for coming in and saying hello. I totally understand. There are a lot of times that I join different lives and I podcast style it, just because I'm in the middle of doing something, but I want to support everybody. And so I completely understand. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And then, let's see here. The next one we have in the house is my mother. She says, "Hello, everybody." And she is back from vacation. And we're going to be talking tonight about the new things that we've been up to. And then, whatever. That's right. I want like the button so I can just press it and go, whatever. I get up behind Sir Grace and just go, whatever. So I forgot to have that conversation with Miss Lisa about getting that fixed, and I want to have it for the channel. So anyhow, thank you so much to everybody for joining in. And like I said, I have my mother with me, and we're going to talk about all things that were on the channel this week. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring her in. Hey, Mom. Okay, you said you liked it like this.
I do.
So
yeah, we can look at your chickens.
These are actually my hens. All to the left is Gracie, who's no longer with us. Yeah. And then we have Chanel, that was the other one. And then the little white bird, that is Miss Minnie. So yeah, these are actually my hens. I love being able to go out and hang out with the girls and just being able to see them. So
and they love you too.
They do. Do. So let's see here. I have now lost my comments. Let's see. There they are. This is what I like about Restream. And any new comments, we'll be able to see them up on the channel. So you guys will be able to see what I see. Let's see.
I can't.
I think it's a little bit behind.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little behind. So I think I'm going to take that down because that's going to be kind of confusing.
Okay.
Oh, Scott's in the house. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
I'm so glad you're here. I joined him last night for his Friday Night Prime. We chatted away, had a good conversation. So if you've not seen that, go back to Scott's channel and catch the replay for sure.
Well, maybe, what's your other background, Sonny? What's your other
Okay,
background?
you want to see some of the other ones?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So let's see here. So one of the other ones that I really like is this one. So we're going to see more chickens.
Oh.
Because, chicken butt.
In the hen house.
And, yep. Oh, and we have Minnie again. There's Miss Minnie. And that's Miss Chicken Tender taking off. There's Chanel. And that looks like Midnight sitting right there. So, yeah, this is like underneath, Tweety's all the way to the back. I need to go do some more filming, I think, because I kind of like this. And then
you got a couple more new ones, right? And so those.
Okay, so then I have. Let's see. Hey, it's coming.
These are nice.
That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's pretty. But I also kind of like this one. Like, we'll just have you popping up.
Oh.
Whee! Whee! Once upon a time, we did this show called Flat Ann.
Yeah.
And Mom sent us her little picture, and she was in upstate New York, and Aunt Lynn and I went on a girls trip, just the two of us, and Mom couldn't join us. So we took Flat Ann with us everywhere. So I kind of, you're perfectly like, it's kind of like.
Can you move me so I can see?
I can't I can't move you any further.
Okay.
But I think that's pretty good. It's like, hi.
Well, that's why I did it, just being silly,
I like that. That's pretty funny, So, yeah. Okay. So then the other one that I liked for the background was this one.
That's
cool. Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll leave that one there. We'll leave that one. And I just saw Teresa Jukowitz is in the house. Hey, girl. So glad you're here. You got to meet Miss Teresa at the Kentucky meetup.
Yes, and that was great. And I would really like to go back next year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was so good.
Yeah, I had a blast. Rebecca, she said, Ann, I'm waiting to see your video of you finding all the items that are hidden. Well, I guess we better bring that up and have a conversation about that.
Yes, we are definitely talking about that.
So, for those who don't know, kind of
as a joke.
Well, Mom and Dave went on vacation.
Yes.
But let me back it up just a tiny bit. Mom is quite the jokester herself.
I could tell you the worst one I ever did that really I felt bad about.
Oh, Lori's in the house. Hey, Lori, welcome in. She said, hey, ladies.
Hey. Yeah, you want to hear the story quickly?
Yep, go for it. Go.
Okay.
Take your time. Go right ahead.
Okay. So, I used to work as customer service and for is an automaker. They made parts out of powdered metal. So it's like a black powder, and they press it and it makes rotors and stuff like that. And so that's the background. And so every year Chrysler was my customer. I had other ones too, but that was my biggest one. They had you go to Michigan for training every year. And I got to do that. It was a lot of fun. Hanging out with the other plants around the state. They would come in, so we all converged together and did this together. Right. And the gal that was kind of took care of it the most, and I can't remember her name now. It's terrible. It's been so long. And I liked her. And when I taken one of these trips and come back, and it was like, maybe we need to pull a joke on her, a pranker, So she had told this story about her backyard had a sinkhole in it. she was really upset about it. It's been bothering her for a while. And so I said, well, you know what we can do? And so the gal that was there in Michigan worked for her and me and then another girl. So I made up a paper, like a legal document that you're going to have to pay for getting this thing fixed. And, it was really kind of silly. But anyhow, and then they delivered, I sent it up north to the plant, but they delivered it to her in a FedEx package, overnight. And it was all taped up and everything looked great. So she got that. So she went to get her mail, I guess, and she got her mail and she opened that up and she just about had a heart attack. She was so upset.
Oh no.
And now I'm feeling bad, but that's probably the worst prank I ever played. And after when she found out it was a prank, of course she was relieved. And then it was like, oh, Ann. Oh, Ann.
You're my pretty. And
so my boss, his office was across. It was like my office, the girl that worked, my co-partner, she's and our boss. All right. So they're right there. Sorry. And for his 50th birthday, we did his 40th. But in his 50th birthday, we got hold of his wife and she sent us some baby pictures of him. And so we blew them up on this 17 by, I don't know, it's so long. It's big pictures. We blew it and printed it off and put them all around the outside of his office and inside the office and in the lobby of the. So when he came in that morning, here's all of these pictures all around. And so the actual date of his birthday, he had to be somewhere else. So we had this party all planned out for him. And so we just went ahead and had a little party with our department in his office. And one of the guys took pictures.
Oh.
So we could show our boss what we've been doing while he's gone. And he liked that. I know he liked that. But so that's just a few. I've done a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, I'm punked a lot of people. But so Lynn and I know it started with me, but for Christmas,
let's get the backstory now.
For Christmas. Oh, it's gonna work now.
Okay, good. You got something figured out? What did you figure out?
I just turned it on, but I don't know. Whoa! Can you see it?
Oh, you're a little cockroach. Let me make you bigger. Hang on. Okay, now there's a question for you, Miss Ann. How many Ducks and Jesus figurines have you found? Oh yeah, let's look at the cockroach.
Okay, I'll get right to you. Let me put this thing away. This is funny now.
Yeah,
oh my gosh! Oh, I can get her again. Now that it works, I can get her again. Okay,
it's one of the biggest cockroaches I've ever seen because they're typically that big.
There, I saw one that big in Texas. No thanks. It was dead. It was in a dresser drawer.
I'd be like, be gone!
I did. It was I'd never seen one before. Michigan, we didn't have these things. So, we didn't, but somebody else
I lived in Tucson for 6 years, and whenever Tucson Water Company would clean out the sewer, then we would have cockroaches coming up through the sink. Oh man. Yuck.
Well, while I was gone, my sweet daughter.
How many you've got?
We'll count. Thanks. There we go. One more time. Here is my egg jar.
Oh, you've gotten quite a few more since I've last seen that.
I found 2 today.
Okay.
All right. So I found 2 of these, and there are stickers in them.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yep, I got those.
Okay, so
is there more? Came from Ann Lynn.
Or just the 2? Oh, so
That's
we
not
don't
for
know
me.
how many.
She handed me a couple, so I have some too.
Oh, okay. So in my jar, I've got 1, 2, 3. Let's
So
do it
let's
like
tell the story, okay?
you can tell the story while I count.
So Mom has played jokes on me and Aunt Lynn. So this did not start with me. This started with her. So my sister and I, we were talking, and I found a video on Instagram, one of the reels. I'm not on TikTok, or as I like to call it, TikTok. I'm not on that. But I do Instagram reels. And so I found this video of somebody hiding. There was 100 Jesuses. So I could have done 100. So I called Miss K and I said, Miss K, what do you think? And she said, do it. And she said, is Mom and Dave going out of town anytime soon? Well, one of the things that we do is we share a Google Calendar within the family, like all of us. So I pull up the Google Calendar and I'm looking to see if Mom's put a vacation in, and I didn't see one right away. I saw one, but I didn't see one right away. And so I'm like, oh, Miss K, I'm going to put it in my Amazon cart. I already had the little ducks. The ducks were going to be for a different event, but I got those at the Goodwill bins, the ducks. And so, yeah. So anyhow, I told Miss K, I said, I'll put them in my Amazon, list. So that way when Mom and Dave go out of town, I'll buy them. So, so the next morning, Sir Grace and I are at the gym. We're actually in the parking lot, and Mom calls and she said, oh, Glenda, I was talking to Dave last night, and I know I didn't put this trip in the calendar, and we're going on vacation. And I said, oh, when are you going? She goes, at the end of February. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now keep in mind, this is just like the night before I was talking to Miss K, my sister. And so now Mom's on vacation. So Sir Grace is like laughing. He's like, order Jesus. And Mom's on the phone still, and I'm smacking him. Shh, and trying to keep it on. Oh, okay, Mom. Okay. And then I said, well, do you need me to get your mail? And she's like, no, I'll just have him hold my mail. And I'm like, okay. So I hang up, order Jesus, call Miss K. I'm like, bingo. It's on. I was so excited. She goes, when are they going? So I gave her the dates and told her where they were going. And originally Miss K was supposed to help me out with this.
Really?
Miss K was supposed to be in on this with me, but Miss K wasn't feeling good. So I went to the gym, and then Mom said, hey, Glenda, there's some blueberries in the refrigerator that I washed, and I was going to take on the trip with me, and I'm afraid they're going to go bad. Would you please go over to the house, grab the blueberries, and eat them all up? I'm like, bingo, I'll go over and I'll get my blueberries. Thanks, Mom. So I had my reason to be in the house now. Of course, I have a key. I don't really need a reason.
I was going to say, you don't have to have a reason.
It made me feel better knowing, okay, well, I had to go get the blueberries anyhow, So I felt like Mom's like, welcome in the house. I can go get what I need. You're out of town.
Sure.
No problem. Sure. So I thought,
sure.
I think my audience might enjoy to come in on this little prank with us and see what kind of family you really are. We're big jokesters. I mean, we have good days, bad days, but we like to play jokes to keep it, light and fun. And we love hard.
It's fun. We like to laugh.
We love hard. We're a good family. I have to say that.
Yes.
So I brought it in. So I filmed it. And the thing is that for those who know, I got sick and I had the flu, and then it turned into bronchitis. This was literally like hours before I got sick. I had filmed everything, had it ready to rock and roll, sent the video on to Miss K, sent the video to 2 of my kiddos. One couldn't believe I had, because I shared it out before it went live, because I put it up in private, and I shared the link out, and I said, watch it. What do you think? And one of my kids couldn't believe that I had that in me to do. They're shocked. The other one, just her and her husband died laughing. Just died. The other one died laughing too, but the husband thought it was hysterical. So now, then, I'm not telling Mom. And I thought, do I tell Aunt Lynn? Do I not tell Aunt Lynn? Do I tell Aunt Lynn? Do I not tell Aunt Lynn? She had no idea. And so I called her and I said, promise me you don't tell Mom something. And she said, okay. And I said, I played a prank on my mom. And I said it was kind of the payback for the cockroach and for the Grogu and for my prank. And so I said, you can keep it quiet. She said, oh, yeah. So then on Friday of that week, I was finally, it broke. Whatever was in me broke, and I wasn't contagious. So I met up with Aunt Lynn and cameraman, sat in the back of the car, pulled the video up, and they both laughed their heinies off. And then they're like, can we join in? And I'm like, yes, but you have to meet me Saturday morning because I'm not sure when they're going to be home. So it's either Saturday or Sunday, but you have to meet me Saturday morning. So then we went in the home Saturday morning and did some more damage around the house. So
we came home on
Sunday. And then you were welcomed in. And the video went live on Monday, the first one. And the second one went Tuesday. So now, 50 Jesus, 25 ducks. How many have you found?
Okay, this is the little characters.
That's little Jesus.
Cute. 3, 4, 6, 8.
Okay.
Let's see. 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 22, 24. 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31.
Okay, 31. So
and the little ducks are cute. They're different colors. There's blue and red. 2, 4, 7. Oh. And now I see this jar won't hold them all.
It will. I think it will.
We'll see.
I think it will.
Oops. Mm-hmm. But then I not only found those, I found this. Oh, you found your ears, huh? Yeah, but this is a set. And they had one more guy statue. And now I know where you got it from.
Which I got him 50% off. I bet you can pay that.
Yeah.
For this guy.
Yeah. It wasn't very much, but should we put them together?
We can reunite them. I think they're ugly. I got to do something about his hair because, I mean, bless his heart. And his mustache is like off center, and she's got googly eyes. Bless her heart.
Well. Okay.
Okay, so you found the statue.
Found some little gifts.
Lynn left me quite a few. Not all of them hit the video because I had to edit out so that way there would be surprises.
I didn't use the video for that. I'm just looking around, and what's great is Dave is participating.
Did you ever find the one that's in your office, the gift from me?
Probably not.
Well, it's still on the go because I'm telling y'all, she is very close. I'm not going to tell her how close because then that'll give it the clue away. But she is extremely close to another one. But she still hasn't found.
And Lynn and cameraman were they said, like they'd look around and they go, oh, and they started laughing. So they said there's another one in here. We can see it, but I'm like, where? I don't see it.
Well, the one I'm thinking of, you can't see it.
Well, I got one out of a dresser. Oh, is it present? It's not a
No, it's a
duck or.
present.
Well, I got a tic-tac-toe
Okay.
game,
Well, that's from
and I got a mask.
Let's see your tic-tac-toe game.
Okay.
So everybody in the chat, tell me what your favorite part of the video was. Either or. Just let me know which one you liked, and would you do something like this to a loved one? I'm kind of curious. So let me know.
Okay. It's Easter
Oh,
things.
that's like what you did at Cracker Barrel. Except for that's from the Dollar Tree.
Huh?
You play those games at Cracker Barrel. Those are fun.
And they when Dave's daughter and son, when they were little kids, and we took them to Cracker Barrel for something, they were, and we were playing the game, and I got like 2 pins right at the most, and the back of it tells you if you've got 0 to 2 or whatever their scale was. I was an ignoramus. Yeah, ignoramus. So it was funny. She was like 6 years old, and she'd go, "Ann, you're an whatever it was. Can't say the word, but there we go."
Those are from Ann Lynn.
Okay, so
I only gave you 2 gifts other than the Jesus and the ducks.
Well, I don't know, Glenda. I haven't seen anything.
She is like so close, you guys.
I think I got something in I've got a little Jesus in the little drawer here to the right of my computer. So you're saying, is it in one of the drawers? I've been opening these things, looking in, but I haven't seen anything. Am I going to find some money?
Man, if you find money, you let me know. Let's see here. Carmen
I would like to find
Grogu was her favorite. That was.
Oh, that's the other. Okay, so Lynn and I were in Pigeon Forge. I put this in her bathtub, in her bathroom, and we were getting cleaned up to go, and I was like, okay, but for some reason she was in the kitchen area longer, so I'm like, okay, I'll start getting ready. But I went back and I planted this, and then she went to take her shower, and she took the curtain like this, and he was moving because of the water flow, down the shower. So he was like, and she went, like that. And it was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
And then, okay. Then I had taken this. Where's he at? Here he is. I had taken this figurine over there, and I had put, I passed it back to her once, and so she gave it back, so I had to do it again. I'm back, LOL. So I put him in her bed.
Did you actually tuck the bed and then stick it down in there? That's the one thing I couldn't quite figure out.
Oh, no, I just I went in and I put him like underneath, in her bed, in bed with her. And she didn't see it though, till she pulled her back and she went, ah! So he came back to my house by way of my shower, and I went to take a shower one day last week, and there he was hanging. Every move you make, I'll be watching you. So now I've got to think of something to get that back to Lynn again.
You do. Yes. That's pretty funny.
It's funny. So yes, we have fun. We like to have fun, don't we?
I took my stepfather's dentures, put them on a coffee cup, filled it with shaving cream, and put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my goodness. And then
interesting.
That was after I found wet spaghetti in my gym shoes.
Oh, gross.
And then
one time
Go ahead. And
go ahead.
then me and my stepdad were always, there was always something going on with me and my stepdad.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's really, I mean, that's great because you have a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Because let's see, Dave and I will be married 1918.
Wow, has it been that long?
I was gonna.
You gotta math it. Well, you're mathing real quick.
No,
I just want to put this out. I've got it pinned in my private in the chat, but I want to make sure I share this out. Scott we're going to change gear just a second. Please share my new auction site. I'll keep you posted when my first sale will run. Get over and sign up to receive your $15 to spend on the site. And that's his link. And I'm going to copy that. I think
cool.
I don't know if I can copy and paste. I can't copy and paste, but there it is right there. So he's going to start an auction. And I asked him to come in and share because he talked about it last night. And I said, Scott, I want you to share that. So.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask Glenda, is the chat backwards? I mean, it doesn't run down like this. It goes this way.
The newest one's at the bottom. And I'm not sure why. This is a restream. I would S/and 8. I don't understand that. That's not.
Well, I think
it's something that it didn't connect with what she typed in to YouTube, and it's not connecting with restream. So I'm not sure what that was.
Is it what the chat? The last one that I see is Troy Sutton.
Scroll.
Hey there, sis. Okay, so mine. Then they're up at the front at the top.
You got to scroll. We laughed and joked a lot with my mom, but if my dad was home, laughter and cutting up wasn't really loud. Aww. I'm glad you got to laugh with your mama, though. That's how, we laugh with mine all the time. You came over to my house at Christmas wearing a costume, and I died laughing, and all my kids were home, and my grandbabies, and she walks in on Christmas dressed up in a costume on Eve, because we host for brunch with my kiddos, and here comes my mom in this costume.
Pineapple costume.
Well, I was gonna let you share. You were a pineapple walking in the house. Some couldn't catch their breath, and some was mortified. I was just dying.
Who was mortified?
Child. Remember he died laughing, but he was like, "Oh, Grandma!" Not in a bad sense. Not in a bad sense. It was just kind of like, oh.
Yeah, this is a head to toe. Head to toe, I'm a pineapple.
Yeah.
It's a warm, cozy thing. I tell you that. I'm a big old yellow pineapple, and it has the leaves.
We have the Christmas Story, the bunny suit. We actually have that as a costume.
Yes, I've seen Sir Grayson, the bunny suit. So, one time it was when you were a newborn, okay? So Glenda was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. And so my mom and dad and dad didn't come over to just before you were born, but my mom and my brother Morris came over there, and they stayed with us for 6 weeks or more. Morris went to school. He went to school there, and so while he was there waiting. So then when it got almost, my mom was like, walk up these hills. Oh my gosh, walk up the hill. We went walking.
Like what and I did when she came over.
Oh, just so much walking. And so nothing happened. But then eventually, I was born. You were born, eventually. And this is a long story. I'm trying to make it real quick. But so my dad and Morris, they went home. And so my mom and we knew that, the deal was my husband your dad was going to be gone for 30 days in a thing.
He was in the army.
Yeah, he was in the army. So, your grandma said, well, is there any reason why we couldn't go to Michigan, go back home, and you go too, and then, we'll get you back later, when he gets home? And I thought, I was like, yeah, it'd be great. So you were about a month old. You were little. And they used to have these cribs, these little porta cribs thing, but it was just like a cube. And it had big snaps on it. And you would snap this thing into the wall of, because there's so many. We were a 747, so we're right in the middle, so that we could punch that right there into the wall. And so you slept in that. But your grandma and I got settled, and I was holding you.
No seatbelts, no car seat back in.
Oh, no. In fact, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But so anyhow, but this man, he sat next to us, or was in our row, and he's like, oh, crying baby. Oh, but you know what? You didn't even make a peep. And when we went to get off, and that's a long ride, that long airplane ride, and we get off, and he goes, well, she was a good little girl. He was, he goes, so that was so sweet.
Tell you, I flew with one of mine. I'm not going to say which one, but one of mine internationally. So we were on a military flight going from one place to the next, coming back to the United States. This particular one was almost 4 months old. First time we flew. So we asked the pediatrician, what are some tips with flying internationally?
Oh.
And one of the things it says, when you take off, feed them. So because of the ear popping. So that's what I did. I fed this little one. And when we leveled out, this little one projectile vomited and hit the person 2 people in front of us.
Oh my gosh.
You could win a contest for projectile vomiting as an almost 4-month-old.
Well, you did the same thing. You did the same thing. Hey, Jesse. Hey.
Yeah. So I've traveled, and then I also traveled with a 5-week-old internationally. The 5-week-old moved to the United States.
Well, to get back to the point of this story, so you and me went back home to grandma's, and so Morris still lived at home. He was still a kid.
He was a teenager.
And in high school.
He was a teenager.
Yeah, and so anyhow, my mom said, well, they had a spare room, so they had their bedroom, Morris had his, and then they had this extra one. But it's right, it butted up to Morris's, okay? The wall we shared. And so the pranks began. Yeah. Yeah. So I was in bed, and Morris, he's like, what you doing? And I'm like, what do you want? And he opens the door like a crack, and he has this big thing of baby powder. And when I opened the door up, let him in, he went like that, and that stuff shot at me. Oh, it just, and we had baby powder everywhere for a while.
Well, it smells good, so I think I'd rather have that than projectile vomiting.
Well, I had to get him back, and I put shaving cream at the bottom of his feet in his bed. So he gets in and he gets to feel that. So yeah, we do a lot of pranks.
Do you remember when we were teenagers, you guys would send us off to church camp? Okay, yes. So Aunt Lynn, her boys, and then me and my sisters, we all went out together. Okay.
Sure.
So this is confession time with Glenda.
Okay.
So on the we went many times out to this church camp. you know,
Yeah, every year the kids look. You guys look
but the
forward to it.
very
It was church. I did it when I
no,
was
no,
a
I
kid.
we
I
had a
mean, I
blast.
enjoyed
Church
it.
camp was awesome. I mean, I've got some
Yeah.
really good
Oh
memories
yeah.
from church camp. But okay, so the last year that we went, they built a brand new cabin for the girls. They were going to do one for the boys, but they had just gotten the girls done and it was open. So we got to stay in a brand new cabin. Okay. On the last day, the boys were teasing us. Okay. We're like, keep teasing us, boys. Keep teasing us. Well, yours truly was one of the ringleaders.
Oh, I believe it.
I had my sisters in on it. And we waited for the boys to go to sleep. And then we all grabbed our shaving cream and whipped cream and candy. And we grabbed a couple of pies. We raided the boys' cabin while they were asleep and then got them to come outside. And then we all had silly string out in the woods. We upset our counselor so bad.
Oh.
But let me tell you, some of the best memories was getting my cousins with shaving cream all over them.
And silly string.
And throwing peanuts and M&Ms and oh yeah. I'll never, best memories out in the woods in the middle of the night. There we are.
You mean both of Lynn's sons?
Boys.
Well, you did another really not nice thing to the younger.
What did I not?
I don't know if I'm allowed to even talk about it.
What did I do?
You guys pinned him down and put one of your slips on him.
No, it wasn't me. That was my sister. I didn't do that.
Oh, was that number 2? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But you watched it.
No, I didn't. I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't at home with this.
Oh.
But
okay.
Now what I did do with that one was we had a brainiac idea, him and I. Okay. So we're standing outside at Aunt Lynn's, the youngest, the one that's now a pastor. Okay.
Right.
So I had the can of hairspray. He had a lighter. I told him, I said, hit the lighter. And I took the hairspray.
Oh, you made a little bomb.
I singed all the hair off his arm.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to How to Be Mischievous Live, everybody. Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of how we roll around here. And we love each other. You don't mess with any of us, but we mess with each other. We pick on each other. That's how you know.
Well, your grandfather, he was like that too.
Yeah.
So he used to do stuff and try to get Lynn because she was a big scaredy cat all the time. We lived out in the country. At that time, when we lived out there, I mean, our nearest neighbor was a mile away. It's just the way it was. Now it's all full of housing, and of course it's all paved, and it's now a suburb of the other towns. And did you find all the hidden goodies? Not yet. How many did we say I had?
20. Let's see. You had 19 left to find of the Jesus. You had 31. And I
had 7 ducks and 31 little baby Jesus. So I know there's more.
There's one gift.
You've really hidden them well.
There's one gift you haven't found. It's just a gift. And she's so close, you guys. It is. It's crazy.
Is it behind me?
I'm not gonna say where it's at. My son and I went to a group family vacation. A bunch of the girls wanted to prank the boys. I helped, and no one suspected me because they all thought I was too nice to do that. I can keep a poker face. So can I. I wasn't exactly the nicest to my sisters, and I fessed up to all that, but I poker faced it when I was growing up.
Well, I took, it's not a prank, but I took Lynn's car and my girlfriend, who's became my sister in law, we skipped
Mhm.
school and I drove like way down, like to Detroit. And so I'm like, well, gosh, there it was a big amusement park down there. I can't remember ever it was ever
Mhm.
something. And so yeah, and I had an accident with her car. And
Accident.
so I was in the left turn lane and my friend goes, "No, we want to go straight. We don't want you're just going to take it out of our way." So I, of course, a young new driver, but I looked in the mirrors and I didn't do this and look, So you got to turn your head and look too. And so I went to get in the other lane and there was a little powder blue Pacer, GMC Pacer. They were really, really ugly looking. And anyhow, it made a perfect little crease on the back quarter panel. And really, it wasn't that bad looking. But at the time, I'm horrified. I know I'm going to be in so much trouble because I'd never done a skip school. Mm-mm. And when you were 18, they said you can sign yourself out. Well, I wasn't. I graduated at 17. So I didn't get to do all the good stuff till the fall. But yeah, so I mean, ended up with this deal. I told the woman, I said, well, we got off the side of the road, and I said, well, my dad's a policeman. I am in so much trouble, but we're going to have to call the cops to come and do a report and stuff. And the lady's like, no, 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 didn't want it. Don't call the police. You can I'll send you my bill, how much it costs to get fixed. If you pay me, then that's it. We're done with it. So I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. I said, okay, then. And it didn't do any damage to Lynn's car. It doesn't see any damage. And so I said to my friend, it's time to go home. So we turned around and we went back home. But a year had passed, one full year. And now, have I graduated high school? Yeah, I had to have. It'd have to have been after I graduated. And we're sitting at the dinner table. It was me and Morris, Lynn, and our mom and dad. The five of us sitting around the top eating dinner. And Lynn goes, "Hey, Ann, do you have something to tell me?" And I'm like, "About what?" "My car." And I'm like, "Oh, holy cow." And so then my mom and dad are like, "What are you talking about, Lynn? What are you talking about?" And she had a car accident with my car. My one of her dials, I don't know, wasn't working correctly. And she goes, I couldn't figure it out. It was always fine. Now she goes, it probably broke when you had your little accident, and my mom and dad were like, oh, but I was 18. So, they weren't going to punish me. I paid for her car to get fixed. I borrowed $50 from my friend's boyfriend, who ended up being my brother-in-law, and he was older than us. And Lynn and him and a bunch of gals and guys were in a particular place that they enjoyed entertainment, in a little adult drinks, adult Kool-Aids. And don't you think it's funny about what happened, Ann, having a car accident with your car? Ho, ho,
How
ho,
did you
ho.
find out about it, though?
Well, I borrowed $50 from him. I had $50 in the
Kept
bank.
it that long, and a year goes by?
Yeah. Oh, I paid the lady off. I paid her $100. That was a bill back then. And that was in 1974.
But okay, so you waited a year, or she waited a year to say something.
Well, no, she found out a year later from your uncle.
Oh.
Oh, because he was loose lips that night. And he was
Ah,
like, now you see. So my mom and dad kind of looked at me and they went, I can't believe
you never told your
you.
parents?
Huh? Well, yeah, we're sitting at the table eating dinner, and she brings it up, and then so like she told on me. But by then, I mean, a year has gone by, and you know, I never heard from that lady again. I sent her 2 money orders, and she sent me a bill, and I held on to that thing forever, and then finally threw it away. But yeah, so yeah, we have fun.
We do. Well, my middle child got me. So Sir Grace and I went to Vegas so he could compete with adaptive sports. I shared this on your channel, but I'll share it in case anybody missed it.
Yeah.
And so Sir Grace we went out for, it was 2 weeks in Las Vegas. I can honestly say, and not because I'm like, this is like confession time 101, but I have never put not even a penny. I don't care what change you talk about. I have not put anything in a slot machine in Vegas, and I've been out there twice, 2 weeks each time. Isn't that funny? Like, that's my confession times. A slot machine did nothing for me. The first time we stayed at the Tropicana, which is no longer here.
Right.
They demoed it. And then the next time we were at a different hotel. So anyhow, the second time that we went out, we had this amazing time. I asked my middle kid to stay at the house to just kind of keep everything, in check, house sit for me. So he did. And that 2 weeks gave him plenty of time to change pictures in my house of like family pictures. He printed off Kim Jong-un. And so I came home and I didn't notice it. Like a couple weeks into this, I had no idea what he had done. And then all of a sudden I'm like, we got Kim Jong-un. And then I start looking around, and then he goes, you really don't look at your pictures, do you, Mom?
That was good. I have to tip my hat to him. That was good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So anyhow, but yeah, I love playing jokes on people. It's fun. I mean,
well, you
gotta get the right crowd because you don't want to upset anybody either.
Right. No. But I know I shocked Grandma one time. Shocked her. When I would take these business trips with, like Chrysler, we'd go up to Michigan, and they would take us out because they'd like in the evening, we went for having fun. We'd go places in the evening. We went, we'd go to this restaurant and, and eat and drink and be merry, and then you go back to your hotel room, and then you're just like, you have to get up in the morning early and go to training. But they always took us to a casino. They did it, and so I knew how they worked. And I won a little bit, so I have tried them, and so a lot. And so anyhow, I had to go up to Michigan for about child support for you.
Yeah.
You guys. And I had to go like testify. So so we get up there, and it's dark. Now evening has come, and we're hungry. And my mom said, well, let's see if there's a restaurant around. Well, then I saw just like almost within walking distance of the hotel was one of the casinos. I said, I know where we can eat. Let's go here. So we go in, and there's all these people, but they had great buffets. All of them usually have a great buffet or a great restaurant. It's really good food. And so we went there for dinner, and my mom's like, you've been in places like this before? And I'm like, yeah, work takes us to these, it's a little perk that they take places when you have to do this awful training. And so yes. And she's like, oh my. And so I said, Come on over here with me, run away out and
Keep going.
like
She's
all
a
the way to the
pastor's wife.
door. You can, huh?
She's a pastor's wife, so
Well,
keep
yeah.
in mind.
Well, not
Okay?
at that time.
Oh,
Not
she
at,
wasn't at that time? I thought she was. She was still a pastor's wife.
assistant, maybe. Maybe it was when he.
No, I think she still was because it wasn't until after I got home.
Well, we lived in. They were living in Michigan, and you were a newborn
Oh,
practically.
this is younger.
Yes, ma'am.
No, if it be child support, they were still
Oh,
pastors.
we went. I had to go up there like 4 different times.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
But yeah, keep
and
the mentality of my grandmother is the point.
huh?
She had grandma was a pastor's wife. You gotta be careful. You don't tell her you go
Well,
to the casino.
I don't. She wasn't then because they were in Michigan. They weren't down there, and the other they weren't.
No, they
Well,
were in Indiana.
okay. Well, anywho, moving on. Yeah.
Okay,
So
keep going.
well, so we had a good dinner, and we went back to our room. They were okay. This is a long ago. It was. It's when the last time, maybe the last time or time before that they had the Super Bowl in Detroit. So
Now
I'm
get
trying to.
Google out.
It would be like okay. It was like in 2000. No, 1970.
For child support?
No, not for the. It was a bit. No, in Detroit they were gearing up for the Super Bowl. I think. Okay.
Okay.
When? Okay.
We're gonna let her figure her
When?
time out. I
Okay,
went
hold
to
on.
Vegas once. My sister lived there. It was just walk through the casinos and look around. We ate at
When
the
did Detroit
Mirage. Yeah.
host
And then you
the
feel old. I saw that too. The
football game?
Tropicana,
Oh,
when I was checking out hotels and the free stuff they would give you when you sign up for. Oh, I never got their membership. I just stayed there, and it was a nonprofit that paid for us to stay at that hotel. So I had nothing to do with like signing up for anything. We were there with the Air Force, but I got to go through the Tropicana and stay there, and it was kind of starting to run down by that point. But I
what
think
year
that they
did
knew.
Detroit host this Super Bowl?
Hang on a minute. We're gonna mute her for a second while she's Googling. But anyhow, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. But yeah, so it was starting to run down, but it was a cool hotel to go through. But really, we didn't have time to really do a whole lot. We had events that we had to go to, and they would shuttle us to Nellis Air Force Base, which is where the adaptive sports were at. Are you ready, Mom? No. Okay. She's still doing her googly thing. Let's see here. I am old, sissy. I am. I mean, I can say I remember the Tropicana, but they just took the Tropicana down a few months ago. It's not been that long. Super Bowl was in. Yeah, see, here you go, Mom. Jennifer fact checked you. Let me bring you back in. Look. 2006. I was.
Yeah, I see that, but that's not. Okay, so it must have been. What else? What other? They were, I mean, like rebuilding Detroit. That they were doing everything.
Yeah.
To get, so maybe it wasn't the Super Bowl, but it was.
It was something. That's okay.
Oh,
Just
hold on. Let me ask one more time.
Okay, hang on a minute now. Hang on.
Mute me.
There we go. Just don't drink the water in Vegas. That stuff isn't fit for fishes, let alone the dishes or human consumption. Yeah, we were warned about the water. And so I went to the grocery store at Nellis and bought bottled water so that way we could have fresh water as an extra halftime show. Alfonso, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining in. And he said, hello, Glenda. Hello, Ann. I hope you're having a blessed day. All right. Hang on. Let me unmute her.
I'm not finding what I was wanting to look. Oh, here we go. Okay. Detroit's. Okay.
You said Detroit.
Yeah.
You said it wrong.
I know.
Hey, now, you know you're from Michigan if. And then you know you're from Indiana if you get your foot. You get your foot out. And you go, I am from here on my foot.
Well, Lynn, she'll show you her foot.
Speaking of Lynn, hey, Aunt Lynn. Mom's
hey, what you doing? What you doing?
Google. There we go. And we're testing out Restream, Aunt Lynn. I had this a while ago, and I let the membership go, and then I decided, well, let's retry it again because they're cheaper than StreamYard. So I got to play with this a little bit more.
Yeah. I tell you what, who was fact checking me?
It was Jennifer Ocean, Homestead.
Okay, Jennifer, maybe you could find another, other events that happened in 1975 in Detroit, Michigan.
So, they took the railroad tracks out. There is a small one, but it's not connected to anything major. But they took all the major railroad tracks out, and now I think they're walking paths in the state of Indiana, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what they did in Wisconsin, because when we lived there, they took them out. They had made it's a walking path. Then other part of it there was snowmobile lanes. Because in where we were at, and I'm sure Wisconsin, they get so much snow. So they had snowmobile paths where you could, jump on your little snowmobile and get where you want to go. But yeah, they had the walking paths. That's what they did with the railroad. Here, where we are now, we still see the trains.
There's like one, but it doesn't like go anywhere. Is there any leftover rail spikes? I would like to have.
Yeah, I know. I think they're not going to let that go. So.
Yeah, I think when they took them up, they took all the spikes and the wood with them. I think be very careful about that. If I'm not mistaken, that's against the law to take it.
It's against the law. You can't take them.
Yeah, but no, they don't have anything around here, and I don't know anybody who's got any.
You might check with an antique store.
Yeah, but hopefully they
or a thrift store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we went thrifting yesterday, didn't we?
We sure did. We got some really good finds.
Yes.
I got a beautiful ball gown. I still haven't fully shown it to you.
No, I want to put it on.
Right? No, I need to lose just a little bit more weight. So it may go with me on the cruise, but I washed it and it washed up real nice. Everything must go in the washer through a disinfecting, like all thrift store.
Yeah,
everything
I do.
And it washed up perfectly, and it's dried out, and it's real. It's a proper ball gown.
Wow.
So I want to take it to a gala, but I was reminded there's a fancy night on the cruise, so I might just take it with me for the cruise.
That'd be nice.
Night. Yeah. So, and then I got this gorgeous blanket for my office because sometimes I'd come up here and just watch YouTube on the TV and chill out. So I got a nice blanket.
I got these. I haven't run them through the wash yet, but they're brand new. Brand new. And we always use these. Let's see, it's Cynthia Rowell. Let's see, Cynthia Rowley, Rowley. So I found 4 of those.
Yep.
And I found a dress and a top for me and a pillow.
Yeah, I love thrifting. I don't know if anybody else likes it, but that's pretty. I like that. That's a really pretty one.
I found it went into the washer. Everything gets washed and cleaned, disinfected.
I wasn't even alive at that point. Well, Pontiac Silverdome opened in 1975. So there you go.
Maybe something was going on in the Silverdome. I know they were just working on everything to get everything in the city looking pretty and nice. Yeah. I found a clock.
Let's see.
Well, let's see. I'll take it with me.
Take me with her.
I put a battery in it to see if it worked, and it does.
sweet?
Isn't that cute? It's
That's
gray.
sweet. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where it's going, but I'm so happy it worked.
There's a lot of really good deals to be had at thrift stores. I mean, all of your beautiful stuff that you've got up behind you, I all came from different thrift stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that beautiful stuff.
I think this is cute. I think this is just as cute as it can be.
What is it?
It's a hat stand and a hat.
Oh.
And she's got flowers.
Oh.
Yeah, in the middle of the bow.
Uh-huh.
And then this is all like supposed to be like carved out.
And then what's on top of that box down there?
This one?
Uh-huh.
What's back here? Oh, I found it.
You found it! You found it!
I guess it's a vase, huh?
I guess.
Oh.
It's back!
It's back. Yep. Oh, that's cute. You know where I'm gonna put this in my bedroom dresser because I have that other little pineapple thing you gave me. Well, and this I got at a thrift store.
She found the final gift, guys.
That's the final gift?
From me.
Okay.
It is adorable. It's sweet. That was her gift. That actually she gave to me at Christmas when she was dressed like a pineapple. Well, I took it back.
Oh! Tell the story about this old lady and her chicken.
Well, she has a husband. They're right now divorced because they're
separated. I went to one of their
marriage problems.
Yes, they're so.
We'll come up with a story. We should tell the story. Like come up with like.
What's their name? Elmer. You have Elmer.
Elmer, and that's
Elmer,
Fran.
and
that's
who is she?
Fran.
Fran.
Yeah, with her little hen and. Okay. Wait a minute. No, you have the Ruru. You have Mr. No. Yeah,
it could be either.
Yeah. It could be trying to figure out what it is.
It's a chicken of some kind.
Yeah, but
she looks so sad.
Elmer's got some serious hair loss going on.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's bald.
I think he's not supposed to be bald, but he's losing his hair.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Could have been Detroit Tigers baseball. They had the second worst season in history during that year. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember, but they were like beautifying around Detroit and everything was closed and we were like 9:00 at night and we're like starving. And so we took my mother to a casino that had a great big buffet. So, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I gave a whole collection of Goodwill when we moved from Florida. Which one did you, of these peoples? Of these? Did you have a collection of these guys? Kind of curious now. Well, this one has seen better days. I mean, it really is losing color. When you look at it up front, it's losing. It's like the paint.
Well, I went to one of our favorite places, thrift store, and there he was. There were two of them. And
I left both of them there, and I got her. I thought she was cuter. I hope this whole couple can work out their problems. It would be sad to see a marriage end after so many years. I know. I know. Yes, karma.
No. Honey. Oh, they gotta talk, okay? Oh, there she is. There he is. Oh, my sweetheart. Where have you been? Where?
We look like we're in the same room, Aunt Lynn.
Oh.
We had marriage counseling with our little last family.
Oh, yes. What are we going to tell them?
Her eyes look awful. Let's see here.
Her eyes look awful. Is that why they're separated?
Yeah, I think. And then he's got some.
Well, he's ugly.
He is. His mustache is off center, bless his heart.
He's an ugly man.
He needs to go, to the spa.
Yeah. They need a makeover.
I need to do a makeover.
They need a makeover.
Bless his heart. Okay, Jennifer wants to know, was it Greek Town Casino? I won $5 testing my
Yes.
with a few extra dollars while I had been walking through. See, I have never played in a casino. Yeah, or could it have been Motor City? Those were both.
They're right there together. They're like on top of each other. Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's a Greek restaurant there that they would take us to, and sorry, but I'm not my cup of tea. So, I didn't like it.
I don't like casinos. I'm not there's something that annoys me about the ching 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 ching.
Oh, I love it. Now see.
Now I'm gonna do the pull on the ship. I will go and so Grace and I are gonna join in on the casino pull with the group. But I can't stand the ching 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 ching. It like annoys me. Oh. So there's a casino that's close to us, and I had come home for a visit and stayed with you. Sir Grace and the kids. Sir Grace was on active duty, and I just had come home to see the family. And Mom took me to this casino, and I was broke. I mean, when you're active duty, you were broke unless you're an officer. Just saying.
Yeah.
You're just broke. And I had kids. So Mom gave me $20, and I pocketed the 20 while she went and played the casino. I never put any of it into a slot machine. This is nice, and I just went and enjoyed the view. And I walked around.
Well, the boat actually went out in the Ohio River then.
It did.
Now it's dry docked, and they don't do that. But it used to be every hour it would pull away. Every hour it would pull, and so if you lost all your money in the first 5-10 minutes, you had to sit there. You had to sit somewhere and occupy yourself until the boat went back to the dock.
I enjoyed myself on that boat.
Me and your sister one day, I was like, let's go down there just for the heck of it. And she's like, okay. So we did. And they had this long area that you took to get. It was like an airport. When you go to a airport gate, it kind of was like that. It was really long, and it would move up and down depending on the flow of the river and how high the river was. Sometimes, they would raise it up at like an angle, and sometimes it would be, the dock floated, I guess. So anyhow, we had to go uphill this time for quite a ways, just like an airport gate. And they used to call out just for fun, the people there that were shutting the door. They would go, you have 1 minute, come on. And then, and here when we see, we've got 45 seconds. You got 45. Me and her looked at each other, and we went into full, speed, but, as hard as we could. We got up there, and sorry, you didn't make it. And they shut the door, and then off it would go. So we had to wait another hour. So we went to the buffet and ate breakfast, I think, and just took it easy. And then, but, people at that time, if they missed it, you missed the boat, be so unhappy. Say terrible, awful things. But, I got healed of all that because Dave, when I met up with Dave, he's like,
it was an addiction for a while.
Yeah, a little bit there,
Yeah.
Well, and it was, I hate to say that it was fun. I mean, but it's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
It's not really. I mean,
it can be unhealthy if it too much.
Well, I never did. I mean, it was anything that you
It doesn't have to be.
It can be the food. Which,
alcoholic. It can be
chocolate. It's alcohol.
There's a lot of things. Yeah, too much is not good.
Yeah, and So anyhow, he bought me um for my computer the little, the games for your
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah.
And so I started doing that, and it was like, oh, because there's, I guess we have some kind of a, I don't know what you call it. It's something that it needs to be, it's like you want to, it's like when people have a goal, you know, but a goal to win a bunch of money, that's, you're not going to do it pretty much.
The
But,
closest casino to us is in Pendleton, Oregon, although they're talking about allowing a few tribes to come build one in Mountain Home, which is an hour from us. I used to live in Mountain Home.
oh, yes, you did.
I did.
Hello, Christine.
Christy's here. Yep, she said, "Hello, good afternoon."
Hello. But there was time in my life that um I was not being a good Christian at all.
Yeah.
And but the Lord can change that situation and put you on a different path. But you have to want to do that. You want to, if you want to serve the Lord, then you have to change. We have to change. Nobody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
And you know, I did. I was, you know, bad girl. What you
You
gonna
know,
do?
I had a talk with somebody else, and this person is a family member, so I'm not going to say who it is, but I had talked with a family member about their struggles in life and the things um, that they had done, not exactly proud of.
Right.
But the point is though, is that you can help somebody better when you walk through it without judgment. Say, hey, I've been down this path. People listen a little bit better than somebody who's never walked that path. You can help people
Well,
a
yeah,
little
but
bit from experience and say, hey, from experience. And I think God uses that, you know
he
what I mean?
does. Yeah,
And
he.
uses people that have walked the walk, can talk the talk, and help bring back around, and say, hey, I want you to learn from my experience. I don't want to see you that way, with whatever it is in life. Personally and selfishly, I wish you lived in Mountain Home. I know. I love Mountain Home. And then I spent a total of $18 in lottery tickets in close to 3 years. But the last time I got one, the guy in front of me said, wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against we want to make that super clear. We're not against
Oh,
any.
absolutely not.
This could
No.
be any kind of thing. I mean, in life, whether
Oh,
it be, chocolate, because I mean, I was
right.
an alcoholic. I was a sweet addict. I
I
mean,
are
are
when I.
sweets bad? No.
Yeah.
But in excess, they are. It's okay to have a piece of cake every now and then, or it's things in
In
excess,
balance, you have to be
balance.
balanced.
Yeah.
And
So that's what
but
delivered you of is you
if
got an imbalance.
if you go somewhere and I mean, I think you're not supposed to be here. You
Yeah.
get that feeling
God
that
told
you got to not you got to turn around and head out
you. Yeah.
because you be
But it's anything.
it could be
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
God
but
can use what the devil meant for evil for his good. Exactly.
exactly, exactly. And
Exactly.
most of us, I know, I'm talking about myself.
Oh yeah.
Most of us have had, the Lord, you have second chance, you have a third
Absolutely.
chance, you got a fourth chance. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many chances you need, you
Right.
know, but in life, he just wants you to come back to him. You
Absolutely.
just repent and forget it. You go on. And it says that he forgets that he forgave.
Hmm.
He doesn't hold that against us.
Right.
And so there are it was about 5 years I had to, and I finally got it together. I was not a bad person. It's just
Oh no, 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 no,
not
no.
at all. It was just
You had
what
an
I,
addiction at that point.
huh?
You had an addiction at that point that needed to get broken.
Well, I don't know if it seriously was an addiction. I enjoyed it. I probably, if I was asked to go today, I would have a hard time
I'd like
saying no.
to it.
Huh?
You
I
got-
am addicted to the Goodwill bins.
And right now,
And that's true.
see, I'm not. All things in moderation.
And I see my grandson there, and I'm like, it's all your
But
fault.
it's his business. He's
Yeah,
working.
right. And I'll say, it's all your fault, man.
You're just
But-
trying to see your grandson. That's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
They're like, listen, dude, although I keep telling this one, I owe you a steak dinner. Every time I see him, I'm like, dude, I owe you steak. I'm still waiting on him. And I
Well,
told his brother too, and I'm like, you got my number. You
I
call me
said
when
the
you're
same
ready.
thing.
You pick your steakhouse. I don't care what one. You order exactly what you want off that menu. I want to treat you out for dinner. I'm still waiting. Now, this has been what, 6 months now?
Well, he's got other
And the
things
other
on
one
his
has been a
mind.
month since I told him. I'm
Yeah.
like, you got to get your brother involved. I'll take both of you guys out.
And just to finish this conversation out, though, doesn't make any difference what you've done,
Oh, yeah.
how many times you've done it. It doesn't matter. Whatever. You know when you're in the wrong. You know when you're sinning.
Well, the Bible says we've all fallen short.
You have
of the glory of
conviction.
God. Every
Yes.
single one of us.
Yes.
I mean, no, I'm not perfect either.
No.
I still haven't told my evil plots I did to my sisters, but
Oh, you didn't mean it bad.
I did.
Oh, well.
All
All right. Well,
short
you're grown up now, so
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all
We've
you have
all
to do.
done it.
But when you know you've done something wrong, all you have to do is turn right around and say, Lord, please forgive me for this. Please forgive me for this.
Absolutely.
And you know what? He will forgive you and forget that he forgave you. And you move on. Don't dwell in the past. And like now, talking to Glenda, we talked about her past and my past, but we're not to dwell on that. We're to be always looking forward and looking this way.
Yeah.
You have to be watching.
We're working on ourselves to be a better human too.
Yes. Well, you want to get your, gluttony is
people and loving and loving to people too. We need to be loving.
Yeah. I mean, he will use anybody to do anything if you're willing. You have to be willing.
Absolutely.
And just keep your heart open. Don't hang on to your sins. Get rid of them as quick as you can. Turn around and run away from these things.
Yeah.
And it's easy. All you have to do is sincerely from your heart. Mm-hmm. It's not coming from your head. It's got to be really from,
And you got to let go of that.
You let go of it. And
yourself. I think that's.
Don't go around feeling condemned.
No, we don't forgive ourselves. I think.
Yes,
we don't. About not forgiving other people, but I think internally, a lot of people don't forgive themselves for things.
Right. There's no reason to hang on to that either. Just and forgetting is hard, but and here's the other thing. Men, not men and women, mankind has seen these things that we've done. Our friends have watched us. Our family have seen these things happen. And mankind usually does not forget or forgive, which is not good. But you have to keep going forward and not let any of that, it could be gossip against you, whatever it is against you. Just keep going. Just keep going and praising the Lord, telling him thank you.
Absolutely. I've been alone with my
Christy,
sister with past things. Yesterday, she called to tell me she had end-stage autoimmune liver disease. That stuff I was mad over means nothing now. That's right.
Yeah.
Just
let that go. Yes, you want your big sister. And, reach out to her and let her know that you're here for her and that you love her.
Absolutely.
God loves her. And he can see her through this situation and have a good outcome and be healed. Yeah. God uses what the devil meant for evil for his good. That is right on.
That's it. And then, let's see.
Yes. Oh,
God can use a donkey to speak. He can use anyone who's willing to be molded and used for his glory. Ding.
Exactly.
Ding, right there. I want to ding, 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 ding.
Right.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, and you know, I mean, Glenda knows most, well, just since you were a kid, what you first started remembering. You know, we've gone through a lot of stuff
Oh,
as
yeah. Oh, yeah.
you know,
And I
I
think that's
mean,
what, we're such a close family because we've been through this together and we got to love one another. And I think that's why I enjoy doing pranks now because, I mean, we've been through the trials and tribulations, and
now it's time to really, well, Lynn and I said, we've got a new theme for us. We're going to thrive in 2025.
yeah,
We're going to thrive in all aspects of our lives.
yeah.
We're going to thrive.
And life is precious too. And,
Yes.
you know, that
Isn't it amazing? I
it
mean,
really is.
how, yeah. And like, okay, just, I hated to hear about the actor who just passed away and his wife.
Mhm.
Um, what was his
We're
name?
not guaranteed tomorrow.
No,
We're,
we're not. We
we are
are not.
so not guaranteed
Right.
at all. So we got to live in the now and really
Yeah.
just be the best
Well,
person we can be.
yeah, it was Gene Hackman, and he was 95. And so, that's their whole, his, around him and his wife and even their dog. They are, there'll be investigations. But I was sad to hear that he died,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And anyhow, it's we're going to thrive in 2025. And it may also include some little fun stuff. Gene Hackman, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I hated to hear that. That was, and said he had a pacemaker and thought it had been, offline. Oh,
I'm so sorry to hear
oh
that.
my word, Christine.
Christy, not Christine.
Oh, Christy.
So
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I keep mom on check with her vision. Yeah. In love.
Thanks.
In love. In love. Oh, I
Thanks.
love that. Thrive in 25. It is. That's mom's motto. Thrive in
Yeah, we're
25.
going to thrive in 2025.
Mhm.
We should do a hashtag thrive in 2025.
We should.
Yeah, we should start, everybody start hashtag and then attach it to your YouTube channel so,
Yeah.
people
So,
will see it.
yes. And being uplifting to other people too.
Yeah.
You don't know. Always in my show, be kind to somebody. You just don't know what they're going through. There's a reason for that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
want to be a blessing to people, and you know what? All that goodness will come. God will bless you for that. It all turns around and comes back. I mean, it's
We're,
important.
it is. And, if you have aught against somebody, you need to try to get rid of that
Mhm.
and let that go. And then,
Forgive.
because God forgives you. Now you got to forgive yourself and
Mhm.
keep going. And it doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what you've done. It could be anything. You could have I don't want to say a lot of stuff, but you know what I mean? You could be really a bank robber, whatever.
We're not telling you to go be a bank robber.
No.
Not right. It's like you can
No.
get away with that.
But
Not what
I'm
we're
trying to,
saying.
well, I'm trying to be careful with
You
my
can make,
words.
you can make some pretty serious mistakes. I think is what you're trying to say, and God still would forgive you.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate in the country.
Yeah, and
I'm hoping it'll turn around,
that's why it's important to be kind. I mean, I've said this for years.
Yes.
Be kind to one another.
Yes.
And, a little simple smile. Today I was at Home Goods looking for. We have these ladies get together, and I love that you started this, where we all get together and we have a queen for the day. So I went to Home Goods looking for a couple of the ladies that are coming up. And there was this sweet lady, and I could tell she was having a rough day. And I just smiled at her, and she just looked at me. And it was kind of like we had like who was going to go first kind of thing. And I said, hon, you come on through, and you could just tell like she started to melt, and she just had this look on her face. And I said, I hope you have a better day today. And she just said, thank you, and you just don't, I don't know what she was going through, but just a simple smile. I mean, and there have been times that one of the things I enjoy doing, and I don't, this is not a bragging thing, but this is something I enjoy doing in private, and I'll just share it here. Maybe just once I'll share it, is I like going to mom and pop coffee shops. We have Starbucks, obviously, but we also have mom and pops as well. And I like getting in line. And if there's a car behind me saying, add their total to mine, I'm going to pay for it. Just don't tell them, until I'm out of the way. And I like to pay for people's orders. It's something I enjoy doing. I don't do it all the time. I just do it every now and then. And just know that I've just blessed somebody. It does me more joy than anything. And walking away knowing that somebody's day hopefully was brightened. So
that's really nice.
But I don't.
Very, very nice.
This is not an advertisement thing or anything like that. This is just what I enjoy doing.
Well, people. When you have that feeling, the Lord kind of gives you a little, it's like an unction, and it's like give you a little push to do something.
And the beauty of it is that I never know who it is, and I don't know their situation, and I don't know what kind of day they're having. So.
Yeah, and you don't have to know all that. You don't want to know all that. I
don't. I just want to be a blessing.
Right.
It's just something I enjoy doing.
Very good.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's why I think it's important to be kind to people. So with that, you have found all the gifts, Mother.
Okay.
But you still have more Jesus and more ducks to find. So you're still
you know what your stepdad said. We'll find him whenever we move out of here. Which could be 10 years from now. Who knows how long.
That's okay. You know what? As long as it brings you a little joy and you always remember Jesus loves you and so do I. That's all sweet. That matters. That's sweet.
That's a good motto for you. Yeah.
It is. Hey, Corky.
Hey, Corky.
Glad you're here.
Corky the Garden Slayer. That's a cool name.
I can't remember your first name. White's Family Farm, Mom. I know your first name, girl. Mom, she's been on your channel. You've interviewed her. I cannot think of your name, sweetie. Right? Put it down in the chat. I'm embarrassed. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather be,
that is really nice.
We paid for,
Ladies Grocery the other day.
We were behind her. She didn't have enough money and putting things back, so we paid for them. Oh, you know what? I know that was such a blessing that you had done that.
Yes.
And I know that they probably just were blessed beyond measure. Probably.
Well, isn't it good to give out? Isn't it good to give things?
Hey, Bob. It is.
Seriously.
It is.
It's so good to
enjoy it.
Just, yeah, me too.
I enjoy it. Jukowitz, I like to share about her. So she won a Sir Grace pen, and I never get to see. Like when we've done the giveaways through YouTube, you don't ever get to see the person, right? And you don't ever get to see their reaction. You always hope that, okay, maybe they'll be semi-excited, But being at the meetup and seeing Teresa win Sir Grace's ink pen, like still to this day, just that blessed me more than anything. And I just loved it. I loved it. I loved seeing her expression. I loved knowing that we were able to bless her. And yeah, I love it. Let's see here. What I do is to tell people delivering my curbside orders, have a blessed day. They truly appreciate it. It doesn't cost a thing, but blesses them instead of countless grouchies. Yeah, grouchies, I mean. And then she was so thankful. She cried and hugged us. Absolutely.
I bet.
One of the things that you can do, just as simple, if you have Amazon and you have an Alexa device, if you just say the command for your device, thank my driver, every time your driver is actually going to find out that they did a good job.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a neat thing that they do. Steve loves his pen. Oh, Sir Grace made him a special ink pen, turned it for him on the lathe.
Oh.
So, yeah. Well, Mom.
Yes.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
It's been so much fun. And thanks for putting up with me with Restream.
Oh, it's fine. I kind of like this.
Yeah, it's a little different. So I think I like the fact that I'll be able to let other people who come on the channel with me be able to re-stream it out to their channels. I truly do believe in helping one another in this community.
Right.
And being able to share. You're restreaming right now on your channel. So if you guys were over on the Ann Lynn Show side, thank you so much for joining us. I know Gillum Farms is going live tonight. So please go over and check them out. And I hope everybody has a great weekend, Mom. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For being my guest. You know, I love you so much, and I love you so much.
You're my little, Grandpa used to call you. You're the little wahine, you know, you're a little,
Honolulu.
Yeah, you're little hula girl, and your grandfather really loves you.
I know. I miss him so much. He's in heaven right now. That's where he graduated to.
Yeah. But we've been through a lot together, you and me.
We have. We stick
good times together. And bad times.
But a lot more good. A lot more good.
Yeah, a lot more good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And now I get to be a grandma, and it's fun having my mom there for grandma things, which is awesome. I'm home and get to share babies with you, and I don't know. It
was really cute when you had her. Hey, babe, Dave's home.
Hi, Dave.
And the last time you had her, and I came in, and she went, Granny. It was so cute. Yeah.
Speaking, and then she saw Dave, and she went, Grandpa.
That was awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, because we're a big blended family. We have a lot of kids.
She only knows him as Grandpa.
Oh, yeah. Everybody
she looks like him too. It's funny. She looks a lot like him. I mean, that is Grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way it should be. But anyhow, Mom, thank you so much for joining.
Well, thank you. This has been a lot of fun. We will be on our channel at Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And so I hope that you'll join us over there. We'll have a good time. If you'd like to be on our show, like Linda has been, all you have to do is send us an email.
LynnAnn1740@gmail.com.
LynnAnn1740@gmail.com.
Please email her. And please don't be shy either. There's some channels in here.
We talk, but we talked about a lot of stuff today.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff.
Absolutely. All right, Mom. Well,
I'm
going to let you go for now.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I kicked her out. Anyhow, I just want to say thank you to each of you guys for joining tonight. And thanks for putting up with me as I'm relearning Restream. I will be live again next week. Same time, same place. Don't forget to go over tonight to see the Gillums because they're going live tonight. And we'll see you next week. Be kind to somebody.